Hello and welcome to Skytalks. Hi, I am Brandon and this is Skytalks. The topic we're discussing today is Selangor as an aerospace hub. Today we'll be joined by two distinct guests who are of importance in the aviation and aerospace industry, as they not only contribute to the growth of the nation's GDP, but also play an important part in the development in connecting us in the regional network. For my first guest, I have the very honorable pleasure of having the Chief Executive Officer of Invest Selangor Berhad. Under his helm, Invest Selangor have had a tremendous track record of 344.5 billion ringgit in GDP for 2019. That's a 6.7% growth, translating to 24.3% share of the national GDP in 2020. And still achieving a 2.09% growth in 2020 despite the pandemic and the ongoing MCO. While the 2021 outlook is still uncertain, the state has attracted 4.6 billion ringgit worth of approved investments in the manufacturing sector in the first half of the year. I'm also proud to say that Invest Selangor had created an astounding 19,950 employment opportunities in the year 2020. And my next guest panelist, she worked in the Royal Malaysian Air Force and is now retired. She is the Chief Operating Officer of Aero Handlers, a Sapura Aero company. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest at this time is Dato Hassan Azhar and Major Rasa Lechumi. Hello, Dato and Major. Let us first go to Dato. How are you today? And could you share with us any exciting news about Selangor?
I'm fine, feel great. Thank you, Brandon, for inviting us today for these sessions. I think we have a lot of things to share today, and please bear with us.
Thank you very much. And right, how about you, Major? How are the skies lately?
Thank you, Brandon. It's a very interesting question, especially due to the pandemic restriction. The sky has been very quiet of late. Now moving forward, for the last 2 months or so, with the domestic travel which has been lifted, we see quite a number of aircraft movement in the sky. So you can be rest assured, moving forward from now on, there'll be more movement.
Right. So that means, guys, get ready to pack your bags, put on the seat belts. We're going to be taking off shortly.
Ready to go.
But before we begin our discussion, let us take a look at this video introducing Invest Selangor Berhad.
Selangor to this day remains a leading contributor to the national GDP. The state continues to attract high-quality direct investment in the manufacturing and service sectors, which is testament to the significant role Selangor plays in the growth of Malaysia's economy.
Selangor boasts geographical merits that work to businesses' advantage. This complemented with top-notch infrastructures, conducive business environment, and access to the biggest talent pool of skilled workforce in Malaysia, positioning Selangor as the most ideal destinations for investments.
Selangor, as a state, will focus on 5 core industry clusters that have been identified as the key drivers with the highest potential to promote economic growth. By establishing a strong industrial foundation, we want to create a more vibrant, complementing service sector summarized by our guiding principle, manufacturing-based but service-driven.
This will heavily impact the way we do businesses, especially ones within the 5 core clusters, namely food and beverages, electronics and electrical, machineries and equipment, life sciences, and transport equipment.
Selangor, as you know, is the most advanced state in Malaysia, and they have 2 airports, Subang and Sepang. and they have actually most developed infrastructure as well.
In Selangor itself, I think close to 55% of the total aerospace companies in Malaysia are represented in Selangor. And at the same time, there are about 30% of the total international aerospace companies represented in Selangor as well.
We have seen biotechnology development taking place in Malaysia. We have a very good talent pool in Selangor State. We see a number of talent coming in from other states. In this area as well, Selangor has got an upper hand.
And also the very capable staff that we are able to source here locally, speaking many different languages that can be utilized when we send them out throughout the region.
There are many supporting facilities like utility and electricity is very good for us, and also government authority in Selangor is very friendly to the business.
And we are right next to the port because 60% of our revenue comes from export. So this is a very, very strategic location for us. And today we export to over 40 countries around the world.
Invest Selangor is at the forefront of the mission to realize Selangor's aspirations as the economic powerhouse of Malaysia. We actively support industrial transformations by bridging investors as well as ventures to what Selangor has to offer as an investment destination.
Invest Selangor will continue to play a key role in promoting Selangor to potential investors from both the local and international business communities.
With Invest Selangor leading the charge, I have no doubt that Selangor will be the next global trade center in the same league as its counterparts across the globe.
Wow, Invest Selangor Berhad, there's so much to know about it. So moving on, we understand from you, Dato', that there will be an exciting event coming up soon, and it's called the Selangor Aviation Show 2021. What is the Selangor Aviation Show 2021? Could you share with us, please?
Okay, thank you, Brandon. Actually, the Selangor Aviation Show is dedicated for the business and general aviations and helicopters. And this event will be a regional networking platform for industry players in showcasing the future of aviations and aerospace industries. And this show will play a pivotal role in bridging the ultimate platform for aerospace industry players to network and to explore potential investment and partners globally and domestically, making the Selangor the ASEAN business and general aviation hub.
I see.
The first ever Selangor Aviation Show, or SAS, is scheduled on 25th to 27 November 2021. Will take place at the Skypark Regional Aviation Center, RAC Subang, with the ASEAN Business and General Aviation Hub as the theme. This show is a close collaborations between the State of Selangor with key industry partners, namely the Ministry of International Trade and Industry, or MITI, as well as the National Aerospace Industries Coordinating Office, or NICO, and few industry players such as the Systemic Aviation Services Berhad, ATS Turbine Services, and also Aerodyne Group.
I see. And now, Major Rasa, what exactly is this business and general aviation? Could you share a little bit with us?
Okay, business and general aviation by definition is a civilian segment of the aviation industry that are not classified under commercial airline or military.
I see.
Business and general aviation in Malaysia includes business of private jet operations, helicopters, flying schools, drones, sports flying, and also the ecosystem that supports the MRO, that is Maintenance, Repair and Overhaul Organization, ground operation vendors, and overall ecosystem including the supply chain as well. Now, BA is the use of GA aeroplane for business purpose.
I see.
It is essentially all type of aircraft that competes in a marketplace that demands speed, flexibility, efficiency, and productivity. Yes.
I see. That's a very interesting notification of what the differences between the usual commercial airlines that we sit in and today the business aviation as well as general aviation. Yeah. So we understand that Invest Selangor had made many adjustments and postponement of the SAS 2021. The event dates was also caused due to the pandemic restrictions we are in. And why the urgency to have this event?
Yeah, actually we have planned this event a few years back, even before the pandemic in early 2020. And then we originally planned for this event to be held in 2020, and we had to adjust accordingly due to the pandemic restrictions. And actually we did a soft launch to kick off the event promotions in March this year for the event to be held on August. But again, this was unavoidably disrupted, and now we are rescheduled it to 25th to 27 November 2021. As Malaysia is trying to turn the corner on the pandemic and its effect to society and the economy, we need to stimulate the right industries in the right directions. And I think the SAS 2021 is among our earliest efforts to return to normalcy in business and industry. And we hope that the SAS 2021 will be able to shine a light on the way to move forward. This is why we have pushed ahead with the plan despite the ongoing challenges brought by the pandemic.
I see. Now that would be interesting to know that, at least now we can physically go on ground, check out those planes, talk to the exhibitors, and you have forums and businesses involved. So how comfortable do you feel the aviation industry players are to be physically present at the show over the 3 days based on today's circumstances? Major Rasa, could you share us your views?
Okay, the industry players are very cautious on the physical presence of all participants basing on the current pandemic situation where SOP needs to be strictly adhered to. How well the show is going to be controlled and how we are going to ensure that all participants follow the SOP is very important. Although I don't represent the whole industry, but at least I do represent some. Therefore, we, the industry players, would like to recommend enough usherers or controllers to go around ensuring that all visitors, participants follow the SOP. Also, to have enough stations with sanitization at every booth and entrances. We definitely will have to, but we need to also ensure that top up at various intervals are is taken care of, well taken care of, you see. Okay. Obviously, this is going to restrict the movement of all, where an air show needs the freedom to mingle around. Yep. When you mingle around with people, you tend to forget the SOPs, you see.
Yes, that's right.
You are trying to network with as many parties as possible and also to tap on new business opportunities. So that's why we are a bit hopefully that all the industrial players will be cautious and alert to the situation.
Yeah, that's right. Usually, we get to be very friendly and happy,
sure,
enjoying the show. Everyone will be just walking around.
Yeah.
We hope that everybody remembers that to do your social distancing. Hygiene is important. Do sanitize frequently. Put on your mask and do speak with the distance. So next, we would like to talk to Dato about what are some of the highlights and activities planned for SAS 2021. Dato, please.
Okay, this is quite interesting for us actually. With strong support from industry players, we have almost filled up all the booth and display locations.
Wow.
And we're still receiving requests from few companies locally and also from abroad that they would like to join. So we have a good problem here to squeeze or to accommodate their requests. And I think the business and general aviation operators will be well represented, as well as the exhibitors from other aviations and aerospace segments, some OEMs, airlines, airports, technical and engineering organizations, as well as manufacturers and suppliers, aviation schools, training centers, and also some regulatory bodies. And also there will be static displays for aircraft and helicopters, including luxury private jets. This is the most interesting part for the visitors. But unfortunately, due to the deliberate control environment we have imposed, we will not be having actual flight demonstrations like regular air shows. So we only allow for only static display only.
Unfortunately.
And I think major support has been logged by prominent business and general aviation industry players such as Dassault, Exhibitors, Embraer, as well as local champions such as Systematic Aviation Services and also Galaxy Aerospace. And I think we will still have a few more to coming in.
Ah, that's right. That's so nice. But unfortunately, even though there's no air show, those are static displays. Dato', I think apart from that, you have some other highlights to share with us?
I think apart from the exhibitions and displays, we also plan to have networking sessions, talks and forums during the 3-day event, and also to engage in the discussions that will benefit the state and also the industries. At this time and point, we will have to see if experts available to regionally, whether they're able to fly in or as a speakers. But if not, I think the local speakers or local experts can also do the job.
Yeah, we do hope that the borders are going to be open soon, so that we can have more regional visitors coming in, partners, and also speakers to join. Some other ones?
And I think our event partners also, the various aviation-related associations in the country, will also participate and have to promote the event and educate and inform the public where they can in their respective areas of expertise.
I see. So the public will be available to be coming in on the 27th, I would assume so.
Yes. And they will also the networking cocktails over 2 evenings on 25th and also 26th November, where we will invite industry players and also the lifestyle professionals and enthusiasts to celebrate the aviations and aerospace industry and to build rapport and relationships over common goals and passions for anything aviation related.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
And on day 3 also, there will be activities and talks planned specifically for students. We call this our EDU Open Day.
For the education sector.
Yes, and I think this is our outreach to the next generations or next gens for future aviators and future industrialists, and to encourage interest and build talents that will hopefully benefit the state in the coming years.
Wow.
And finally, it is important to note that the SAS 2021 will be complying full of to all SOPs and protocols with regards to COVID-19 management and restrictions, and very much in line with the uncompromising safety first requisite for the greater aviation and aerospace industries at large.
Wow, looks like Dato' has just echoed what Major Rasa has been stressing about, how we're going to be adhering to every of the SOPs, and safety is our highest priority. So let's take a break from our exciting discussion and take a look at this next video. Ladies and gentlemen, the soft launch recap of Selangor Aviation Show 2021.
Very good morning and a warm welcome to the soft launch of the Selangor Aviation Show 2021.
Welcome to the soft launch of our latest event, Selangor Aviation Show 2021. The Selangor Aviation Show is another initiative by the state government to reflect our commitment to the industry.
Of boosting the sector, Malaysian Investment Development Authority (MIDA) introduced a safe travel portal to facilitate business travelers' entry into Malaysia. We are ambitious to make this show the most important aviation show in Asia Pacific in the very near future, and today is the beginning of the great journey. Let's work together to make Selangor Aviation Show the annual event that industry players fervently look forward to join and cannot afford to miss for this year and for the many years to come.
Welcome back. So Dato, we have just seen that soft launch and it's so exciting. Can you tell us who are the major companies participating in the SAS 2021?
SAS 2021 is the Selangor State event with strategic collaborations with the MITI and also its units NICO, and a few key players such as Systematic Aviation Services, as I mentioned earlier, Embraer, ATS Turbine Services, as well as Aerodyne Group. And we will have 13 static displays and 36 booths with prominent names, namely Dassault Aviation, Galaxy Aerospace, Sirim, Pen Aviations, Balor Logistic, Destiny Avia Techniques, Deviations, and many more.
Wow, big names.
Yeah. And among the 10 agencies that have agreed to be SAS 2021 supporting partner include the ASEAN Business Aviation Associations or ASBA, Malaysian Aerospace Industry Associations, MAIA, Women in Aviation Asia, WIAA, Malaysia UAV Drone Activist Societies, MUDAS, Malaysian Autonomous Intelligence and Robotic Associations or MYRA, and also the Technological Associations Malaysia or TM.
Wow, there's a lot of them. Huh? These are great supporting partners. But let's say, how do you think an air show such as the SAS 2021 can benefit the players, especially the small and medium-sized entities who have been in the scene all these years and may not have the potential to exhibit? Major Rasa, do you have a comment?
Okay, as we see it, there's always potential in any air shows, irrespective of whether it is big or small. Likewise, even a small or medium-sized entity can benefit if they see the opportunities. Today, they may not have the potential, but moving forward, they can always prepare themselves and gear up for the future shows. SAS 2021 is new in Selangor, and as such, the industrial players are looking forward to a very successful event. It may be the start of an opportunity, but it is not going to end there. There may be continuous negotiation, collaboration, and it will be a continuous effort For those who do not have the potential to exhibit, they can always collaborate with other players and share the exhibition areas or booths to benefit all parties.
I see.
This is how I feel, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I think because SAS, wow, is already packed with so many exhibitors, you got so many static displays. I'm so excited and amped up to go. I can't even wait for next year's show. Don't even talk about November yet. But do you expect the pandemic travel restrictions to affect any of the participation from the industry players overseas, Dato? How do you plan for such contingency in these unpredictable times?
It's a good question. Actually, the idea of postponing the SAS 2021 from August to November 2021 is to allow industry players and also the enthusiasts to physically attend the event rather than a virtual event. And due to the current situations, SAS 2021 focus mainly on local industry players and industry operators that are already in Malaysia. However, we still have requests from foreign parties to join. So we still juggling how we can accommodating the requests at this moment. And we have a strong interest and support from the local industry community since our soft launch in the event in March 2021, and we know we can fill up the exhibitions and space with the quality participants. And we are also inviting locally based experts and speakers for the various talks and forums that we are going to plan for the event. And as much as possible, we will try to have in-person representations, as we feel to a large extent virtual presentations are already available in relative abundance.
True, that's right.
And most importantly, we are hoping for the right social conditions to allow participants and visitors to SAS 2021 to attend in person within safe conditions. We are targeting for at least 5,000 visitors. We are not targeting as high as normal exhibitions or trade shows, because this is very specific on business aviation and general aviation. But we will make sure to continue monitor and the pandemic SOP aspects as well as we near to the event date.
Wow. At least 5,000 visitors, guys. This is a huge number. I am really looking forward to see what will be there packed for us. But with COVID-19 as a risk management measures, what will be the ones that you will be introducing in place for SAS 2021?
I think finally it is important to note that the SAS 2021 will be complying fully with all MKN's SOPs and protocols for business events regarding COVID-19 management and restrictions, and very much in line with the uncompromising safety first requisite for the greater aviations and aerospace industries at large. And I think we have put in place a system where visitors will need to register so we can schedule their visits accordingly, so we can expect and monitor the total number of the crowd at one time, at a time, so we can control the numbers. And for those who are interested to attend SAS 2021 this November, please register yourself now at www.selangoraviationshow.com.
Yep. Do remember the website, guys. It is www.selangoraviationshow.com. So we were just now talking about having the Edu Day. Okay, the public would be encouraging of students and all that. So why do you target students, or in your words, next gen, on day 3 of SAS 2021?
So this is interesting because this is especially for the young ones.
I see.
The trainees from flight schools or aviation engineering schools, or from the college or university students studying aviation as their first degree, and also the younger ones who are contemplating career in aviation and also aerospace, or even the enthusiastic children who are dreamers. Then I think this event will provide early exposures for the students, so they can relate to the real industry experience, which subsequently helps them to the to develop interest in the industry. As our participants and exhibitors are making the effort and putting up displays, including static aircraft displays, drawing the next generations of aviators, especially important for them to look, see and feel, and to talk to the industry expert about a career in the future. Or if I can be a bit bold to suggest, just looking at such aircraft and products virtually via computer screen, I think has limits to being there in person. It's a must for them.
Correct. You feel it up front.
Yes.
You feel the groove, the sound of it, even the roar of their engines. It will really bring up the amp.
Yeah. And we are also working with one of our event partners, Women in Aviation Asia, or WIAA, to run a program with industry relevant talks and forums that we hope will benefit the next gen attendees. This will be happening on day 3 of the event.
I see.
And we are hopeful, therefore, that the schools, colleges, universities, and training schools in Selangor and KL will be able to send in their students who are keen to know more about the aviation and aerospace industries to our event on 27 November, which is on the day 3
day of the event.
And we pray that the conditions by then will allow such movements and that there will be no further restrictions in place.
Yeah, and very important. It's like good weather to
us.
Yes. And this is very important because we do not leave out everybody. It's not just the industry or trade business people, the public, enthusiasts. So SAS also encourages people with the interest of drones, to learn about engineering, the mechanics of aerospace, from even building aircrafts to how they even do painting of the aircraft, interior of an aircraft, electronics, avionics, anything of all sorts of interest to be there. So you can expect a lot of sectors, guys. This is a show that cannot be missed. So the last one to Major Rasa before we end of the day, what are the sentiments out in the field being felt by the industry players on the initiative by ISB or STICO, both together, and organizing of the air show, especially the ones based in Subang? Major?
Okay. Well, it is the first time for Selangor to have this show, and it is most welcomed by the industry. As it will be setting a history, it is a stepping stone for other major shows moving forward. Therefore, this first show must succeed. The industry will give their best to support this initiative to ISB. The air show of this nature creates an opportunity, of course, to show off latest products, services, and pilot skill. But in this case, due to the pandemic, we don't have the fly pass and all to show off the pilot skill. Nevertheless, subsequent shows we can do that. Okay. It also creates valuable chance for stakeholders from the industry to gather and network and discuss issues. The show may start off on an initial engagement and it may continue further. As Dato has said that there is a lot of forum and engagement, and the industrial player could tap all these things. The players may engage themselves in those forums, partake in static display. There's a lot of aircraft on static display on show, and this could be of help. Okay, and there are products and services which may also create a good opportunity to enhance their business.
That's true.
The players are also of the view how best they can benefit from this show, because this is first of its kind, you know. So they are looking forward to tap more business opportunity during the show.
Yeah.
Participation may not be in full gear due to the uncertainty of the pandemic and its restriction. However, everyone feels that for subsequent air shows, the participation may be greater and obviously more opportunity will be created. This being the beginning. With the pandemic, which has restricted movement and strict SOP, The freedom to move around, as I said earlier, will also be restricted.
True.
All these add to the cautious state of affairs. This is what the industry feels.
Yeah.
Okay?
And I think really this is something different because Dato, this is one of the very bold move. A lot of shows had been cancelled, but you guys are going ahead, and that's why everyone around the region, I think they're just dying to get in here. Hopefully the borders open and let those visitors, I hope more than 5,000 of them will be able to really experience up front, right there, next to the aircrafts, next to the engines, next to the facilities, and have a look in depth into Selangor Aviation Show 2021. Well, that's it for today here at Skytalks. Thank you so much, Dato Hassan and Major Rasa, for joining us. We wish the Selangor Aviation Show 2021 an ever success, and together, Selangor will soar high as an aerospace hub. This is Brandon from Women in Aviation Asia, the We Are Project. We'll see all of you at the Selangor Aviation Show 2021. Don't forget, it's from the 25th to the 27th of November 2021 at Sky Park Regional Aviation Centre, Subang, Selangor. And do remember the website is www.selangoraviationshow.com. And here we are from Skytalks. Bye-bye.